Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, episode 9. Back at it with another banger for you people. It may look a little bright. The boy just got a new camera. Trying to show you all my blemishes, you know what I mean? Your host here, Nico Reyes, and my awesome co-host, like always,
Teflon John.
Teflon John. Oh, that was weird.
You can't hit that high note, huh?
I tried to hit that, that dream falsetto, but bro, the Dream came out with some bangers, man.
He's still around?
Bro, dude, remember when the Dream was hot?
Hey, yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
Bro, the songs that he came out with were like for side dudes.
Really?
Yeah. Bro, all right. So
no wonder I've never heard of that song.
Bro, that song, I Love Your Girl, bro, that was a side dude song.
I love your girl.
Remember that song? Dude. Bro, that song came out, bro, and everybody was like super clutchy on their significant other.
Hey, you know what? Guess what? More kids gonna pop out eventually. More trading daddies.
Exactly, but you like at that point. I was married. Like I think what was I? I was married at the time. Mm-hmm. And that song came out. I made sure I clutched on. I was like, no, none of my homies would know you.
You don't love my girl.
Like, if that song comes on at a house party, like no, we're turning that shit off.
You don't love my girl.
You're not gonna love my girl.
You're not gonna love my girl.
Some bangers, bro. Dude. Shout out to the Dream. He needs to come out with a few new hits, you know.
For sure.
But ever since he, whatever happened to him, I want to know.
I don't know. That was like 15 years ago, man.
Yeah. If you guys have any insight, please comment down below. So, dude, how was your week, my guy?
It was actually pretty good.
You ready for a product placement?
Yeah, I gotta. Let me pretend I'm drinking my coffee.
Product placement.
So for the folks that are listening, we do have a site, tradingdaddies.com. So all of our merch, and we're coming up with new merch as well. Seems like every week or so. Use Teflon John for 20% off orders above, was it 75, was it?
I know it's right now it's just straight 20% off your entire purchase, but that's gonna go away pretty soon as we evolve. So that's a very limited offer. I think we're gonna go at it for another week and a half before we make some changes. But as a celebratory welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast and tradingdaddies.com. Please use the code Teflon John at checkout so you guys can get all this nice goodness. You know what I mean?
So this week was good. We came out positive, super green this week. We're close to about $30,000 for the week. It's just that Tuesday really messed us up. Also, all of my live feeds, my stories are available on John C at John C Trades and the Trading Daddies Instagram. So if you guys are curious what we're playing, what we're trading, what we're getting into, please check them out. And then hey, let's make some money together. You know.
Exactly, and that's what we really want to do. Is we want to be able to become not necessarily like your go-to resource, but we're friends here. Like we try to be as friendly as possible to everybody, and we don't shy away from providing you guys our insight and our ideas and opinions about what the current trends are. We're not going to be spot on every time. We're not asking you guys to pay us $250 on a monthly basis in order for us to give you picks. All we want you guys to do is to come to our site. Right? Join the Discord. Let's trade together and bounce off ideas, and let's make money together. I think that's the beauty of what we do.
And broski, in all honesty, though, in the past, how many episodes? We also have halfsies. We've been completely dead spot on.
We kind of have.
I would say 80% of our picks or calls or whatever you call it, right? Like whatever we speak about, it's like we got that Midas touch, last episode I harped on Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin shot up 10% within a few days. Gold as well. I got into gold, shot up 10% within a couple of days. The reason is because there's things behind these plays. There's technical analysis, charting. Also, we're going to talk about MACD and RSIs and all that. But yeah, we're not expecting our listeners to hand us a check or here and there.
No.
We would love to take a donation. A GoFundMe is nice, but
A bro fund me.
in all honesty, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I am having a blast when it comes to doing this pod right here.
Yeah, it is fun.
I'm having a great time really because we're providing content for our listeners. And hey, if you guys joined some of our trades, most likely you've made some good coin.
Definitely. Yeah. So shout out to again, dude. You see Ali's gains? Woo-hoo!
Yeah. Ali, for the third time,
Buy the boxers.
buy the boxers. Since you tinted your windows, your patio window, your neighbors can't see you rocking them boxers. Just buy them. They're only $36.
Bro, what a solid trade he's in though. Like Peloton is still zooming.
Dude, insane. I tried to short Peloton. I lost my app.
It just keeps riding uphill.
It keeps. Oh, I like that. Even though you're stationary, you're not going anywhere. Let's explain this to our listeners again. Peloton, yes, it's an expensive piece of equipment.
Mhm.
Right? You have a screen in front of you, okay? And you have this virtual trainer that talks to you and just, tries to keep you going and then pumps you up, right? There's no human interaction though.
Yes and no. Let me
give me the pros and the cons. Like,
okay, so
I'm 50-50 when it comes to Peloton because there'd be days that I want to long it. There'd be days that, I don't believe in this company. This is
okay.
crap.
So from a consumer perspective, right? I want to get a Peloton, right? I just, need the space for a Peloton. But from a consumer perspective, bro, I used to go to the gym damn near every day. Right? So for me to get out of my house, first and foremost, the fight isn't even at the gym. Like once you get to the gym, it's all downhill from there. It's easy. The problem is getting up and actually trying to make the attempt to go to the gym.
Right.
Right? Because that right there is like, that's a 15-minute drive for me.
Depending
that's
on
already 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes wasted for me to get to the gym to get back. Plus, when I get to the gym, I have to stash my stuff. I have to wait for equipment. Whoop-de-whoop, right? And I think if there's anything that the pandemic has actually given us is the ability to build your own home gym. Some people, dude, my brother-in-law made his own home gym. Like he bought a Peloton, right? So like he doesn't need to leave his house, which is amazing because, dude, the beauty of having a home gym is to get out to your home gym and come back home. You're done. Usually it takes you about an hour and a half to complete your whole gym routine, but you're done in like an hour and then you can get back to your normal life.
You know what 2020 taught us or is telling us still?
What?
Stay at home.
Stay at home.
Bro, you can't leave because the air is nasty.
Right.
Because of the Rona.
Nope.
Now you can just work out at home, work from home. You can just do everything at home now.
Everything from home. You can get everything delivered. But you know what I mean? Like, and if we look at it from a cost analysis basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
A gym membership will cost you roughly around $50 to $60 a month.
Yep. It depends
on how much is that per year. I'm bad at math.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly, right?
It's like a Chewy subscription.
A Chewy subscription, right? But for the Peloton, you're paying what, $1,700 for the bike itself, which, after you pay it off, you're only paying $40 a month.
Is that the standard basic model? Because I'm pretty sure
that's the top tier.
There's top tier as well, right?
Yeah, so there's the bike plus, and then there's a treadmill.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
But what's cool about the Peloton Plus is you can actually swivel the monitor So before it's stationary, right? The monitor's in front of you. But now you could swivel the monitor and you could do yoga classes, you could do HIIT workouts. So
That's cool.
in a way, they've evolved the product to a crazy
And a bike.
yeah, to more than a bike. It's actually a fitness program. And I mean, you could compete with other people. They gamified it. And I think that's what's for us millennials, right? If you make something into a game, we're more likely to do it.
So the product stands out for itself because
Yeah, exactly.
it's unique.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. Right?
that's cool.
Dude, like check out dude, Gabe. Gabe has one, right? Shout out to Gabe. He has a Peloton. He's super invested in Peloton,
It's
right?
funny because he rides it every single day, and
Yeah.
he even shows me pictures or videos.
That guy's already super sexy as it is. No need for a Peloton, Jesus. you know? But I mean, if I had the ability to, have the space for a Peloton, I'll definitely go ham on it. But I just a word of caution though for stock price purposes or valuations, I think it's overvalued.
It's overvalued.
I think it's overvalued.
Completely overvalued. Yeah.
The reason why
So
it's overvalued is there's something called multiples in the market. Right? There's always something called multiples. So you take the baseline product or whatever valuation is, and as the subscribership increases, it keeps on going up and it compounds and compounds and compounds. So you're telling me that based on the valuation, once you divide the P ratios and all of that scientific crap, right? Then they mathematics slash scientific crap. They value each subscriber at like $2,400 to $2,500.
wow.
Crazy, right? Crazy. There could be a scenario where it's gonna hit peak pricing, but there's a lot of growth. So the more subscribers that hop on for sure, we'll definitely see more price increases. It'll be very interesting what earnings will look like, especially now it's earnings season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's right.
So, dude, how are your trades for the week besides all the JNUG and
No, we didn't talk about how was your week?
me up and down, up and down. Overall, I'm up 1250, which is pretty much in line to where I want to be.
Okay, that's not
On a week in and week out basis.
that's not bad.
I mean, I do this part time, and I try to stay within levels. I've had my YOLO calls. I've had I've had my fair share of mistakes, and what I'm trying to do right now in terms of my my trading is to be more consistent and minimize my risk. Not every day you can YOLO.
And you know what?
YOLO CBAT all day.
Speaking of minimizing risk, the past 2 weeks it's been super volatile.
Very volatile.
That you have to have, you got to play both sides. You have to have some shorts or some puts or whatever, right? Yes, you can have longs, you can have shorts, you can have both actually. Because right now I am long. I think I'm long 30 grand and I'm short 34 grand.
Good.
Okay.
There's a healthy mix.
So it's like a 1-in-1 ratio, and we're still going to talk about my positions later on. But speaking of volatility, it's just that the past weeks we encountered like huge dips in the same day, intraday, and after hours. Right? Like for example,
it felt unnecessary.
Yeah, it is. Like for example, I'm still going to rant about last Thursday night and then Tuesday. This Tuesday, those 2 days should have never happened, right?
Nope.
Because it seems like it canceled out. It canceled itself out. So again, as my advice, like what I've been doing, and I've been getting some success hits on this one. I've been hedging my positions with some shorts here and there, meaning if the market goes up, great, I still win with my longs, right? I cut my shorts, to a minimal. If the market comes down, I still have my long portfolio, that's my like 2, 3, 5, 10-year term portfolio, but my shorts get paid.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. the reason I'm not fully bullish yet and I'm not going all in on longs is because just a clear example of what happened Tuesday, like,
Unnecessary. I could be sitting at 25 bands right now. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
I could be sitting at that level.
Well, we're gonna get there because you know what? The market closed on a hammer yesterday. Hammer meaning it closed at the highest point of the day, right? And I would say 90% of the time there's continuation for the following session, which is Monday. Okay. When I say 90% or 80, 90%, that's a good chance still. I take that.
And make sure that you guys look at the futures on your favorite websites. We use investing.com to check futures for the next day. They usually open up at around 3 p.m. on a Sunday.
That's specific,
so we can get some insight on what the next day will hold. When the debates were happening, I was watching the futures, trying to see what direction the market's going to be at for the next day.
Speaking of debates, so is it canceled?
It's canceled.
So the presidential debate that was supposed to be scheduled Wednesday is completely canceled. Now, well, at first I saw, it was supposed to be virtual, right? Like a Zoom call.
No, like a Zoom call.
Completely canceled.
No, it's canceled now. Homeboy decided to say, nope, not going to do it because he felt that it was unfair.
Okay.
Cool. But Joe Biden's going to have his own town hall to essentially address the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So instead of having a debate, he's going to have his own debate by himself to sway voters. But so speaking of elections, there's a lot that, besides the volatility that we're experiencing, I just want to be able to tell you guys what I've found out in terms of certain projections per sector, or, certain projections for certain sectors in terms of what will happen if a certain party wins.
I want to throw in a disclaimer real quick. So this show, we don't have any political affiliation. We want to stay neutral. We don't want to offend any listeners. It's a free world, right? Mm-hmm. But what we're going to talk about is how the elections will have an effect on these certain sectors and stocks. Yes. Plain and simple.
Yep.
Talk about trading. We're here to talk about life. We're here to talk about, money, I guess, as a product or a tool. Mm-hmm. But when it comes back to, having a political affiliation, I stay neutral on this one because it's a big topic. It's a big issue. We're here to talk about trades and stocks. So,
but there are going to be implications no matter who wins.
Of course,
there's always going to be implications, and our job as retail traders is to adapt and pivot.
Yep.
Right. We're another disclaimer. We're not MBAs. We don't have degrees in this shit.
And you know what the funny thing is? Yes, I don't have an MBA. I'm not into finance, but guess what? I show you guys that if I can do it, you can do it. Anyone.
Exactly. We're not geniuses. This is primarily the product of me being curious and wanting to learn about the market, and John having firsthand experience.
Yeah.
Years and years of experience. And this is pretty much what we're trying to impart is, this isn't. It's not easy, right? But you don't need a genius level IQ nor a degree in finance in order to do this stuff.
That is very true. All you got to do is just pay attention to current events. That's it.
And work. Do the work. And do the work. Yeah. How many times have you gone to a job, somebody comes in with it? I mean, no disrespect to people with degrees. I mean, people who have degrees that are using it, good on you, right? But I remember one time, dude, I was working at an insurance company. Right? I was working at an insurance company, and I was interviewing for an underwriter job. So that means that my job title was paper pusher. Right? I get the orders, I put them in, I data input, and then I create the policies. Right?
Okay.
Another dude interviewed, same position as me, has a degree, right? Has a degree, but guess what the degree is in?
What is it?
Just communications. Applying for a finance job. But he got hired before I did. You know what I mean? That's tough, right? But eventually I beat him out, and I ended up, getting the job, and because of how charming I am. Uh, no, but sometimes the things that we want to do in life, we don't necessarily need to study for. But for the people that are in school and pursuing higher learning, yeah, good on you.
Do you?
And then I hope you see it through, because it's definitely, education is definitely valuable, and that's one thing that I wanted to do before I figured out that I can trade without a license. So with that being said, here are a couple of sectors, four, that I really want to talk about. Is first and foremost, healthcare. It is a very volatile subject. Healthcare in general, no matter who wins, there's always going to be some semblance of volatility. Mm-hmm. So if we take it from a Republican win, right? I'm just going to say that the ACA is going to be diminished. The ACA is now going to be forever done, and private insurance will create a bigger boom. Now, what does that mean for retail traders? We're probably going to take a look at, private insurance companies that, are trading on the public market, and we're probably going to be long on those positions because they're going to be printing their own money. They're going to be making a lot of money. In terms of drug prices, they could go high, they could go unchecked because there's no government regulation. And higher potential for premiums. So that ties back into, insurance companies making more money. If a Democratic election, if the Democrats do win, it's going to be tougher on drug pricing, right? There's going to be a public option for health insurance that can shake up the industry as a whole, right? We're going to see some more volatility if the Democrats win, just because private insurance companies are lobbying for this not to happen, right? Because they're going to lose. They know that they're going to lose some money. But it's going to create more opportunities, right? We're a capitalistic society. America is capitalism. That's primarily what it is, right? And with any capitalist country, if you see an opportunity, right? If you see some way for you to make money and you could exploit it, you're going to do it. You're always going to go for it, right? And I'm pretty sure it will evolve. Any thoughts on healthcare, my guy?
I do like, since we're talking about healthcare, I've traded Anthem, ANTM. That's something to look at. If you're picking, a side, look at that ticker symbol. Super healthy. Plus, I think they're trading around two something. I don't remember, 250, I think. But yeah, super healthy company. And since we're in that topic, look into that symbol. Yeah.
So I took my son to the doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't even know my days anymore, but Thursday. That was the day. Thursday.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, my son was born 6 weeks early. Right? We didn't expect him to be out so soon. Super cute kid. Jesus.
Yeah.
But when we went for a couple of checkups, the doctor was like, just be aware that your son might be a little bit slower on the development side, right? And in my head, I'm like, screw you, lady. This son's not dumb.
How do they determine that?
Because there's this thing. I'm pretty sure there's science behind it. I don't know much of it, but they're saying because he came out early, he might he might lag on the developmental side, right? So I took him to his appointment on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And he's babbling, talking full words, like crazy. My son knows colors, shapes, and numbers. This thing is ABC's front to back, right? And the doctor was like, "Huh, you know all of that?" And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, screw you, lady." If anything, my son wanted to learn faster. That's why he came out earlier. Dummy.
He was excited.
He was excited to be out.
That's funny.
So moving on, tech. Ooh, this is a hot button topic, dude. Antitrust will come from both sides of the aisle.
Just want to let you know I'm long Facebook. I have shares and I have calls.
I'm long Apple.
I have Apple too.
Long Apple. But the reason why is because the government thinks that big tech is too big, and they're gobbling up smaller companies in order for them to have a monopoly on certain products.
So that news dropped. When was it? Was it Tuesday?
I believe so.
After hours, right? Tuesday after hours, the government's trying to break up all these big tech companies. Really, it's just the main four: Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because these companies, they collect massive amount of data that can have an effect, or can pretty much monopolize the industry because they have so
Mm-hmm.
much control over data, right?
Exactly.
So
Because data is the new oil.
it's just that a lot of people don't know how powerful data really is, because once you collect data, that's it. I already know everything about you, what you like, what you like to eat, what you do for breakfast, if you ride a Peloton, whatever, right? Like your shopping experiences
Mm-hmm.
could be a long list of things, right? And
We talked about this on episode 1 too.
that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
No, it is scary, but they need to, I guess, if they are going to get into some sort of reform,
Uh-huh.
they need to be more transparent with what they use the data for.
Okay.
I think in my opinion, if they do decide to be more transparent and tell us, hey, this is why we're collecting the data, right? Then they will say, okay, cool. As long as you keep it that way, then you could go on and continue on, right? But I think also politicians are corrupt as hell. No matter what side of the aisle you look at.
Man,
No matter what.
I'm not
right?
naive. Come on now.
Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure like nobody that listens to us, our listeners are smart. Our listeners are extremely smart and they know how to think for themselves, right? And they know that the government's corrupt no matter how you look at it, right? There's always going to be somebody in somebody's pocket. Now, the reason why I feel that the government is trying to take on big tech is because they're not getting paid off. Always. Politicians are always willing to look the other way if they're getting some money off the top. I mean, if Facebook pays me,
Broski, my question is, do you think some top officials got paid off when, like, for example, banning of TikTok?
Oh, yes.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Dude, all right. So here's a story. Here's a skinny about the whole TikTok deal, right? El Capitan Mime himself, Mark Soulless Zuckerberg, right, decides to say, hey, Mr. President, you should look into TikTok because the Chinese are taking our data. That's where it all started. Besides the fact that they trolled him and they compounded all that hate, right?
That is so messed up.
But that's the main reason why TikTok was in jeopardy. And then what happens? When TikTok news came down, he launched his own version called Reels.
What a coincidence.
There's always a motive behind anybody's movements. Always.
You know that emoji, that thinking emoji, like,
Yeah, right?
And that was only, what, a week after all that scandal happened?
Yeah, dude. So they're saying that, dude, check this out. The timeline, you're right. The timeline's crazy.
Yeah.
They say TikTok's going to be in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
That Monday, they said TikTok deal's not going to happen. That Tuesday, Reels launches. How do you have software ready to go the next day?
That's a pretty big move for Facebook to push out, Reels, because obviously a lot of testing had to be involved. Just I don't. Man, you just can't trust these, big.
They have it in the cut, dude. They have it in their back pocket.
Politicians, they're all into it, man.
Exactly. So the Republicans win. There's going to be heavier antitrust probing and more government oversight because this administration doesn't. This administration has a need to control the messaging, right? There's going to be higher volatility and sell-off because of uncertainty. But we can capitalize this. Once they sell off, we buy because we know that big tech is the future. We know that it's always going to be up. But if the Democrats win, they do want to push some type of antitrust to break up the monopolies, right?
Now, what would happen to all these big techs if that ever happens?
See, that's the thing. It's hard to say what will happen.
Like Amazon will be broken into pieces because Amazon controls a lot of things.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
They're in telecommunications. They're in shopping. They're in ads. They're in all these little businesses, right? Sub
But I
business.
feel like Amazon's too big to fail. Like, how are you going to spin that off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? I think it's primarily just the data because Apple, if you look at Apple, right? Apple's in a lot of different things, but they carved out their own lane, right? And they have an ecosystem.
Let me just butt in real quick. Apple announcement coming this Tuesday.
Let's go.
New iPhone that is rumored. It's going to be tied with 5G.
5G.
So all of these 5G companies, Qualcomm is actually, the front runner when it comes to 5G. So if you guys have positions in Qualcomm, ticker symbol QCOM, expect a bump in the price, as that the hype is near.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But it seems to be less of an alarming scenario because if because the Democrats have bigger fish to fry if they win the election. They have more problems that they need to address if they do win, right? Trade is another topic. If the Republicans win, continue China bashing, just because we know how Donnie wants to keep on bashing China because they fear that it's crippling our economy.
Yeah.
All right. If the Democrats win, Biden will have a less confrontational approach and will seek to create a partnership to smooth out tensions, as well as to create change in trade practices through actual diplomacy. Right? There's always going to be tension between us and China. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always, right? And that started back in the 50s when, we were afraid of communism. That's always been there. But as China turns into a more, communist / capitalist society, right? And their want and needs for American goods gets higher, right? We're going to have to address that because the global economy is very important in order for everybody to make money, in order for commerce to keep moving, right? And I think through diplomacy, we can't just, threaten people and say, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Taxes. Whew, taxes.
What about taxes?
So if the Republicans win, there's not going to be any big change on taxes. None. Right? I don't see it happening. If the Democrats win, Joe's not going to raise taxes unless you make above $400,000.
Okay.
Right? Corporate taxes will only go up if there is a Republican Senate. Oh, they will not go up if there's a Republican Senate. Mm-hmm. They will not go up if there's a Republican Senate, right? But if it's a Democratic Senate and they approve of it, the capital gains tax will probably move from, corporate taxes, not capital gains. Corporate taxes will move from 21% to 28%, which is still lower from the Obama era, which is 34%.
Wow.
Right? But as I said before, no matter who wins, we need to pay attention to the policies. And we can look at the upcoming trends, right? So expect some volatility after the elections because we're still in that limbo period to where one administration is still in power or the same administration is in power, right? If the Republicans win, it's business as usual, right? We might see some volatility because of potential contested election results, right? If the Democrats win, expect the volatility to continue from November to December all the way to the inauguration. That's my take on it, because until if the Democrats win, until the inauguration happens, we're not going to see any type of direction. We're gonna continue on with the volatility, but our job is to make sure we find those opportunities and capitalize them and ride the trends as much as we can, because we know how to make money on the way up. We also know how to make money on the way down. So make sure. Word to the wise, and John's told me this so many times, make sure you have cash on hand.
Yeah.
Cash on hand so you could capitalize and make those necessary plays.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way I've been trading, and I've seen some good success on this one, I always keep cash as a reserve. Okay. Because you don't want to go all in, and next thing you know, a position turns on you, like goes south or does whatever. If you're short and your position goes up, when you have a backup plan, great, that works, right? Especially when you have cash reserves, it gives you more of flexibility when it comes to getting out of your position or adding on to your position. Who knows, right?
Exactly.
So that's just my take on that one.
Exactly. Current events. What's upcoming, my guy?
A lot. The Brexit deadline is October 15th. We also have Prime Day.
Ooh.
15th. So that's gonna be huge because Amazon itself, they're helping in their headlines. They're trying to help small businesses become successful, right? Because they're pretty much advertising Prime Day as, hey, we're introducing new vendors, new products. Come check us out. It's huge. It's going to be a big event, and a lot of sales too. So check that out.
Yeah.
I'm a firm Amazon believer. They're just expensive, but I get Amazon deliveries like almost every single day.
Yeah, you can't
Every
deny
time I
it.
open the door, I'm like, who's paying for this?
Yeah, you pat yourself on the back.
Oh man. Also, Tesla earnings coming up soon. The 20th.
Oh my god, I get excited when you say Tesla and earnings at the same time.
No man, the chart itself is set up for a pop. Okay, the MACD is coming down, but the price isn't. Meaning, there's a pop that's going to come up eventually. All it takes is just one good news. That could be deliveries. That could be great earnings. Who knows?
Just a tweet,
or just a tweet.
Yeah, I'm Papa Elon. If you're listening, please just tweet, just one time.
I would love to get sponsored by Tesla. I mean, I don't care if you guys give me like a Cybertruck. I would slap Trading Daddies all over it.
Yeah, exactly. Just funding secured 520 would be nice. You know what I mean? Just Papa Elon, every day I pray to you. I say, dear Papa Elon, can you please just, send us some news or SpaceX news. For love of Christ, just give us SpaceX news and your stock will jump.
Speaking of SpaceX, remember you sent me lines for who will be the first company to send people to Mars. So number one was obviously SpaceX, because I really think that they're way ahead of themselves, right?
Oh, we're going to Mars.
What were the lines? I think it was like minus 200, right, for SpaceX?
Let me see. I have it here.
And then who was next? Origin. Okay, Origin by Amazon, right? Or Jeff Bezos. I think,
is that Bezos?
Yeah.
Oh crap! I don't have it anymore.
He has a huge stake. It's either he has a huge stake or he owns the company outright. I think Blue Origin, they're plus 400. Mm-hmm. So I'll take those two guys, and then the rest you have China at plus 3,500, Russia at plus 7,000.
The field was plus 10,000. So everybody else,
the rest,
the field. Rest.
Yeah.
So one thing about Tesla though, like I've been hearing a lot of like negative stuff. Like this is no secret. Trading Daddies, we're Tesla bulls, right? This is no secret. We're very bullish on Tesla.
Yeah.
It could go sideways, upways, downways. Papa Elon could be caught smoking crack, and we would still be bulls.
What's up with his tweet though? He tweeted "Call of Booty, great game."
Oh yeah, because the Call of Booty is a great game.
Who is tweeting his stuff? Really? Like
he is. I'm pretty sure he was high. Like that's
you guys heard that right. I mean, I'm not making this up. Call of Booty.
Yeah. There's screenshots somewhere. But I think there's a lot of people that are. I just want to give you guys fair warning. If you are shorting Tesla, right? It's cool. You can make some good coin shorting Tesla on down days, but make sure that you guys cover your positions right away because this stock only goes up.
It's volatile.
It's extremely volatile, right? I'm a long-term holder. I'm holding for a while, right? And it might get to unhealthy levels because majority of my portfolio is Tesla. I did get rid of my calls, so I'm not riding that wave right now.
I had to sell 50 shares this week was because I just needed to free up some capital.
Yeah, And the beauty of that is you can always rebuy at lower levels, and
Yes,
that's
and
right.
a little disclaimer. Yes, I'm holding 50 shares of Tesla because I'm just going to ride that out, for long term. But as far as day trading it or swing trading it, yes, I'm going to be in and out of Tesla from time to time. So
Yeah.
when I say I'm bullish on Tesla, but why the hell did you sell it? It's because I want to capitalize on the short term gains.
Exactly.
Because Tesla this week it hit I think like 450,
Mm-hmm.
448, 450, and then it got as low as I think 410.
410, and now we're at 434.
Yeah, so that 40-point difference could mean to that could mean hundreds or thousands if you have.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how many shares you have. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, so if I had 100 shares at one point, so that's like $4,000 right there.
Yeah.
$4,000 of a swing. So
Exactly.
uh,
So one thing that to note is everybody's valuing Tesla as a car company. I just want to be clear here. They're not. They're not just a car company.
yeah.
They're in they're in a disruptive state where they're trying to disrupt traditional power, gas and electric,
Let me.
coal.
So, sorry to interrupt, Brusky, because we were talking about how you have um, solar city panels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
have solar city panels, and now they're owned by Tesla,
yeah, yeah. Because
right?
the CEOs, they're brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then once if you get the Tesla battery, you could take your house off the grid. Dude, that's bananas. And I think as it grows and these gigafactories are sprouting up, there's going to be a lot of batteries, and they're going to license those batteries. It's not just a car company. We have to stop looking at it. Yes, the cars are their way of showing that there is a technology and they have deliverables, right? But as they progress from a car company to something more bigger than what they currently are, the valuation is just going to be crazy. I think it might be slightly undervalued at this point. Um, dude, Regeneron News.
Man, the video, he was like, the doctors gave me Regeneron. This stuff, Regeneron, it works. Again, Regeneron. Might as well say ticker symbol REGN so I can look for it, okay? Because I can't even spell Regeneron, all right? So, yeah, ticker symbol, I'll buy it, I'll sell it when it goes down. I want to make my money, right? The
Exactly.
power of tweets, the power of his messages, like you're pumping clearly.
Exactly.
And guess what? You know what happened with Regeneron? Let me
What
say
happened
it
with
again.
Regeneron?
Regeneron. It went up.
$600 per share. Bro, bananas.
Insane, man.
But here's a kicker. After he said that, right, executives from Regeneron sold off for $1 billion.
So as consumers, as retail traders, we were buying. Someone else was dumping
Somebody else
and
was
selling.
selling, and then your position wasn't growing anywhere because it kept on flatlining.
Man.
Fucking Regeneron, dude. Regeneron. And there's more news to it, dude. Like in 2017, there were, because when you're a president, you have to disclose these things.
He had a stake with Regeneron and Gilead.
Dude, fat,
Mm-hmm.
fat, fat steaks. Fat steaks. And this is where it's kind of like crazy because Regeneron is actually a antibody cocktail made from stem cells. Right? And who is against using stem cells?
Who? Tell us.
I mean, the conservative people, right? The conservatives don't like using stem cells.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys can make your own decision on that one. Robinhood had some bad news.
They actually went viral. All these videos coming out, and they're like, "I can't get on my account. What the hell happened to my share?" Like, dude, that sucks.
That sucks. Yeah, Robinhood accounts are getting hacked. There's 5 accounts at least that were liquidated and pending.
My God.
They don't have a phone number to call.
Yeah, and I saw a video. This one chick, she was trying to get a hold of Robinhood, and they got back to her 3 weeks later.
3 weeks?
I'm like, are you still even trading 3 weeks later? Like, that sucks, man.
Dude, 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I can't handle 3 weeks, dude.
if you have thousands of dollars riding, Like, you can't afford 3 weeks, man. Come on.
No, hell no. Do you imagine waiting 3 weeks?
Insane. Whatever.
Yeah, so if you're gonna ask us what we use for trading, we would like to suggest TD Ameritrade. Their Thinkorswim platform is super nice and primo. We like it. And some others too. I mean, people trade on Schwab, people trade on E Trade. Some people use Webull.
And Schwab, they merged.
Oh, they did.
This week.
They did merge this week. They did merge
So
this
ticker
week.
symbol AMTD no longer exists.
Yep.
Yeah, you got bought out.
We did get bought out.
Yep.
Also another the AMD made an acquisition.
Oh, I haven't been following.
Yeah, AMD made an acquisition. Some crazy news in terms of getting more microchip share. I think they're priming for something crazy in the future. IBM is spinning off.
Dude, that IBM news. I'm gonna look into IBM because the chart looks amazing. It's an older tech company. Seriously, it's been around for a while now, but
it's the OG.
It is one of the OGs. But in all honesty, the stock itself is healthy. I like it. I like the chart and that great news with the spinoff. Like the stock itself jumped, I think 10 to 12%, but it sold off the same day. So whatever.
I mean, it's they're spinning off their cloud into a separate company, their cloud solutions to a separate company, and we all know that the cloud is big money right now. I mean, we've seen these cloud plays. Dude, how were your cloud plays this week, by the way?
Man, a lot of things paid off. DocuSign, CrowdStrike, Cloudera, FireEye. You can even throw Palantir in there. I think there's more when it comes to these type of plays. Oh, Okta as well. The reason being is that we're still in in this pandemic. And I really think a lot of people are still going to use these products overall in general, within the next months to years. So yes, I am bullish on, I do have a position in Cloudera. Okay. I think I have 1,000 shares. That one's my long play. And then I sold off my FireEye and my calls. And I still have calls for Palantir.
Nice. Yeah. The Palantir plays forever.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot. We're just waiting for some positive news on Palantir. I think they're just, still drunk off the IPO, and they're getting, I think the price is just getting used to a lot of people that were selling off from the initial IPO, and we're just normalizing. We did see a nice little, I mean, it has legs.
Mm-hmm.
It has legs. So, I mean, if you need to trim, but my calls are for next year, so I'm not really worried about it. They're just gonna go zoom up if you're gonna ask me. Dude, top plays for the week.
Beyond, I'm gonna look into that. They had some great news last week. I have shares in Facebook and calls because I think, like what I mentioned on Instagram, Facebook's going to be huge for the next couple of months because first of all, they're televising, all of these election coverage, right? So in turn, you're getting bombarded with ads, and that's how they get paid. Okay, so more viewers on Facebook, meaning more ads, means more revenue. So I'm super bullish on the upcoming earnings. Also, Apple. I have Apple shares. My top plays right now. Yes, I'm going to tell everyone here right now that I have 3 short positions going into Monday. So you're probably going to ask me, John, you're crazy to have short positions on a bullish sentiment right now because the market finished on a very high point Friday, and why would I have shorts, right? The reason being is that more NFL players are coming out with COVID and getting tested. Like, hopefully everyone's safe, and I think that's going to carry on, okay? Because I think some players will eventually stand up and say something, right?
Yeah. I
Like,
agree. I agree.
if I was a player, I can't be jeopardizing my life and my family's, life. If I'm out of the field, I don't know who has COVID.
And it's still like it's not like you're playing in a bubble like the NBA is. You know what I mean?
Right. Um, so I'm short Penn, I'm short DraftKings, and I'm short Sunrun because I just don't like Sunrun, and I think they're
Revenge play.
it's not a revenge play. The stock itself, they're extended. Okay, so they really didn't do well on a very strong strong day, on a green day. So just imagine on a red day, right? Um, the stock ran crazy from its lows from March up until now, and it's just
They had an acquisition too.
yeah. You see them at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
They keep bugging you. Hey, come check out my booth. I'm lonely. Um, so I'm short those three positions. So that accounts for 34 grand short. We'll see because the chart itself, they all look similar. They all look like they're going to come down some more. If it is a red day Monday, hallelujah, we get paid a good chunk on these. But again, if it's a green day, most likely I'll come out flat. That's it. So
Flat's better
yeah,
than negative.
yeah.
Flat's better than negative.
Real quick, the reason I want to look into Beyond is because they just released some news, and then the CEO kind of slipped out, because the earnings are coming right up. More consumers are slowly transitioning into these meatless lifestyle, right? But to our listeners and to our viewers, yes, it is a lifestyle, but my number question is it healthier? Because in all honesty, a little bit of something could be dangerous too.
True. True. Definitely true.
You know,
I'm not a big fan of alternative meats.
it just because we're so used to seeing steak and burger.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're vegan and you're really trying to from what I understand, it's the same consistency.
Yeah, yes. Have you had one? It,
I refuse to.
they're priced the same or lower, but me, I still don't believe in it, man.
Mm-mm.
I still don't believe in it. They only had 2 quarters of profitable earnings. Okay, they're highly valued right now, so I really, yeah, I really do think there's more downside. But long term, yes, I am
Mhm.
bullish on Beyond long term because they have a partnership with Walmart, and Walmart has, I don't know, 100,000 stores. What I read was they are selling their products, Beyond Meat, in Walmart in 50, what was it, 50, 60 countries, 70 different countries, right? And
Their reach is that far?
yeah,
Wow,
that's huge. I mean, if you're
that's huge.
selling in 100 and something thousand Walmart stores, you're getting a lot of views. You're getting a lot of
Yeah,
action.
yeah,
You're reaching out to your customers or
yeah.
new customers.
Yeah, two things that I avoid at Costco is the meatless, like the alternative meat section.
I think
Especially if there's
Impossible brand is partnered with Costco, and
they are.
Beyond is partnered with Walmart.
Yeah, so I stay away every time they do a sample. I'm a sample whore.
But
I love
this
samples.
this whole pandemic completely eliminated the whole sampling.
I know,
It
I know,
sucks, man.
I know.
That's why.
One time they were asking me, like, the Sunrun person was like, "Hey, do you want to take a look at our solar panels?" I'm like, "Can I eat that?" No, out of here.
Come
I can't eat
through,
that.
I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. You know what? I used to do that for iRobot, dude.
Check out my
I used to do the demos, my guy. I used to do the demos. Just stand on the corner, right? Um, that was my biggest thing. Like, I used to go to the Antioch Costco and do demos there. And my thing was like, I hope I don't see anybody here.
dude. There was a robbery outside the Antioch in Antioch Costco. An older lady, I guess, got shot.
What?
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Oh, yeah. And I used to go there. I mean,
I used to go there a lot.
yeah. But anyway,
Costco's nice.
yeah.
Costco's nice.
What about your place? What are you looking into?
So first and foremost, Apple,
Yeah,
right?
because of the
5G, as John mentioned earlier. Um, this is the much needed refresh that we've been looking for a while now.
it's going to be big news. Definitely look into it.
Right? I have my shares and my options, which are expiring this week, which I timed perfectly because I knew that they were gonna release it this week.
Man, so here's my thing though. If it pops, I'm going to sell right away because, in all honesty, a lot of folks sell when a stock pops. That's it.
Yes.
That's just
Yes.
nature.
Yes.
Collect your profit, take your money, man, and run.
Yes. Exactly. And it's gonna dip lower, then we buy again.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast. But I did pair it with Qualcomm.
Oh, you're paired nicely. Yeah.
I paired it with Qualcomm
Nice.
because from we've known this. I mean, I used to work in the cell phone industry. I've seen Qualcomm here and there and everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Every time a new phone comes out, that's primarily the chip that they use
Yep.
in order for them to power these phones. A 5G iPhone is extremely huge news. We've seen 5G phones,
This will
from
change the industry.
it will definitely change the industry. So the speeds are just crazy. Can you imagine getting 300 megabits per second on your phone?
Damn, that's faster than my internet.
300. You know what I mean? 300. And be aware also of telecom, like wireless telecom companies that could benefit from having a 5G iPhone.
A little disclaimer: I bought AT&T, ticker symbol T.
There you go.
For long term because of their dividend strength. They pay out 7.25% a year annual.
A year.
So go ahead.
Right. So the leaders right now in terms of wireless telecom is T-Mobile after their merger with Sprint. They have out of all of the wireless telecom companies, they have the fastest 5G, one of the fastest 5G networks.
What?
They do. Surprisingly,
T-Mobile.
I didn't know that because I use T-Mobile myself.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, I
I
use
had
T-Mobile myself.
T-Mobile, and
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
use it, right, and it's not good currently.
hey, like I'm not trying to create some type of beef here since we were talking about Beyond here. I don't know, man. I had T-Mobile. It was not. I didn't have a good experience. They're
Yeah,
cheap. They're definitely affordable. But I'm like,
but look at it this way, right? The way I see T-Mobile's trajectory moving forward is because they announced earnings, and that stock moved 16 points.
Their ticker symbol, by the way, is TMUS.
TMUS, and I think that there's more legs to T-Mobile,
Okay.
especially with the Sprint merger. They got more bandwidth, and it's starting to happen now. Because I mean, I used to work for LG, and I would visit different cell phone stores.
Nice.
The cell phone stores the Sprint stores that I used to visit are now T-Mobile stores. So I mean, the transition is already happening. And they've gotten more bandwidth. They've gotten bigger. I like their offerings.
So what you're saying is they're the underdogs right now.
They're definitely I feel like they're undervalued still.
Goody, if you're listening, if you like to bet underdogs,
bet on TMUS, my guy.
TMUS all the way.
All the way. One more thing is Workhorse is something to look at. Ticker symbol WKHS. They do EV, but they do for last mile. So they're now waiting for approval for a $6 billion USPS contract.
Damn.
Yeah. So if in the event that the Democrats win, we know that there's going to be a clean energy revolution, and the USPS may be the first people to adapt and get these last mile vehicles. So these vehicles don't have range. Essentially, these vehicles are made to deliver from the post office in your local area to your house because of how short the ranges are. I think it's like 150 miles is the range. Right, for the smaller trucks. There's bigger trucks that go from depot to depot, but once they get approved and they have product that it's been it's been tested, it's not no Nikola or anything like that.
It's just that the name of the company, Workhorse. Come on, man.
Well, so Workhorse is actually a spinoff from Lordstown. But again, EV is highly speculative, so be careful. Be very
Very.
careful. Another speculative play is space. SPCE. John, please tell us about space.
Um, Man, I've been trading space for the past probably like months, right? I had shares, I had calls, I let go of it, it ran again. It's a pure speculation play.
Yeah.
There for the folks who don't know what space is, it's ticker symbol SPCE. It's a Virgin Galactic. How do I call this? They pay you basically pay a premium, which is like I don't know, 100 something
100,000, something like that.
thousand, so they can fly you out in space.
Sir Richard Branson.
Yes, Big D.
Big D Branson.
So he has a huge stake on space. We've been seeing a lot of call options on space, priced at $35. So I don't know. I have no take on space because it comes down quick as well.
Dude,
So
you know what the price target is?
Huh?
You know what the price target is for space?
Wasn't it like 50?
$50.
Like it's trading at 22 right now, and I had shares back in what, $17. And I'm like, dude, I'll sell this when it hits 22.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to wait for 50.
No.
It can come down even lower. So for the folks who have space, who are currently in this position, man, good luck to you because it's a roller coaster.
They're bleeding money.
They are.
They're bleeding money.
They have no customers. It's a work in progress. I mean,
It's definitely a work in progress.
You know what? Are they in those lines? Because we only saw SpaceX, Blue Origin.
Did we? No, I think that the bet was to Mars, not to space.
Mars. Okay.
There was also one that the pickup truck one.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're there was a report, I think it was Benzinga that did it, or Market Watch, that said that there is gambling lines. So whatever EV company comes up with the first pickup truck and the first company to send us to Mars, there's odds that you guys can bet on for the degenerates out there. But position wise, I am also short on DraftKings. I still hold Tesla. I'm holding Apple. I'm hoping for Hyliion to finally pop. I think I failed there. It is a trash trade in my opinion.
They better not. The CEO better not put up. I'm a fraud.
I'll be so pissed. I made a mistake of riding that wave and didn't sell at the top again, and I am now negative.
And you know what? We got to talk about trading psychology. And then I've been writing. Man, I've been working on a piece. It's called Trading Psychology, because what you just mentioned there, that's part of trading psychology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hit a top, you're green, you're like, I'm gonna get some more green.
Yeah.
And then it comes down.
It comes down, right? And it comes down. So that's on me. I misread that. That was, I didn't trust my my gut to get out. And there's nobody else to blame but
Dude,
myself.
it happens.
But in positive news, however, I traded Salesforce and it went extremely south.
That was very nice that you held.
I held it because for some reason, when you have faith in a company, let's say, for example, it's a blue chip stock, right? Salesforce is one of them, right? They're part of the DJIA, right? The Dow Jones Industrial Average, Dow 30. So I knew that it was going to come up, right? I just needed to hit strike. If Friday didn't happen, if Tuesday never happened, my Salesforce trade would be through the moon right now, and I would have sold at a high profit, but I only sold for $32. But again, lesson learned: get longer expiration dates.
Yeah. In all honesty, I would rather break even than take a loss.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's still a win. A win.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, it's still a win. Even if you lose $10 on a trade, that's still a win.
Heck yeah.
That's a win.
Better than losing 500 or 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. But again, it's not real until it's realized. Well, I'm gonna print that. I'm gonna print that like it's not real until it's realized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean that's it for me. Do you have anything else, my guy?
Oh, that's it. I'm good.
That's it. So just to remind you guys, please subscribe and rate the podcast. Wherever you guys listen to. Again, thank you guys so much. We do need to send out that picture for the contest. Please, we haven't, let's not forget. Show us your gains. We have a few entries already. This is the hat. This is the hat right here. This is the hat that's going to be given out to you guys, right? The Trading Daddies blue
hat, or do you have new ones?
No. This is like our the ones that I ordered from a different website.
Yeah.
Right, and I just have some of it. I'm just gonna give it away at this point. You know what I mean?
We get a new one?
That, huh?
We get a new one?
Yeah, no, they'll get a new one, not this exact one.
That's what you said.
No.
Can I get a new one?
No. Brand new one. There's coffee stains on this one. This is like sticky, like a Playboy mag. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you guys again for listening. Thank you again for letting us in your homes and your ears on a weekly basis. We do appreciate the love, and we love doing this for you guys. If there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, improve, please let us know, and send us a message. Our email is tradingdaddies@gmail.com. Send us a message through the website.
Say hi.
Right? Say hi. I mean, we love interacting with you guys. John's doing the whole, daily updates on his positions and giving you guys insights. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of content that you guys need to pay attention to, because you guys could definitely learn a thing or two. And how he becomes Teflon each and every day, right? The Teflon Chronicles.
Man, I keep dodging bullets.
Bro, dude, we're gonna start calling this the Teflon Chronicles.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, again, we love you guys. Thank you. Peace.
See you guys Wednesday.